Hey y'all, it's me, Fletch, back at it again with yet another story time. As you guys should already know, because I'm the baddest what? The baddest trans bitch on YouTube, and that is on period. But let's get right into it, okay? So this story time takes place back in early 2020. Around this time, you already know, I was doing security for Ally Universal, and I was working at the FedEx hub off of Democrat. And of course, y'all know I was dealing with I'm gonna say his real name, with Jameson, and I was dealing with Chris at the time. If y'all know who those two people are, I'm gonna link their story times down below. And then it's funny how all these story times kind of coinciding, because what I wanted to do in the beginning was I wanted to do a what is it called? I wanted to do it in like sequential order, like year by year. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a playlist. So I have a 2020 Deal Story Times playlist, a 2021 Deal Story Times playlist, and so on and so forth. So that's what I'm planning on doing. So, anywho, that's neither here nor there. Now let's get right. Hi, who's this? I was the new kid on the block, you know, all at this time, y'all. I was definitely starting to live more like a trans woman. I wasn't living like a boy anymore. I want to say I ended up swiping right on this boy, and we're going to call this boy the story time Malachi. That is not his real name, but y'all know I always have to clarify because, you know, people be messy. So I always feel the need to have to clarify that these are not these people's real names, because I need nobody trying to search. Because somebody added me on Facebook. I'm like, girl, what are you adding me on Facebook for? How did you get my Facebook page is the real question, girl. I ain't never my Facebook on here. So that kind of threw me, girl. Somebody, girl, text me on Instagram talking about something. What's your Twitter? Bitch, I'm not going to tell you my damn Twitter, girl. Now, if you end up finding it, girl, then you just end up finding it. I'm not going to tell your ass my damn Twitter, bitch. You crazy. So anyway, nobody faces are in my videos, but that's not the point. It's the principle. Now, Malachi was this very, very bright tone, borderline like Caucasian looking man. He was around like 6'2". He had freckles on his face. He had really pretty soft feminine eyes. At the time, he had like a taper fade. Y'all already know what a taper fade is, girl. Like, if you've been around for a little minute, taper fades are like a little fade right here, fade at the back, crispy little line up, hair in the middle. And his hair was like really curly, really soft looking. He was a very handsome girl, very, 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 very handsome man. And he was a Scorpio. So, yeah. Started having like a very like, you know, boring conversation. You know, it's the same old thing, same old introduction. Like, you know, how are you? You're very pretty. I like your hair. I like your nails. Da da da. Boring. Right? Compliments. I'm giving him compliments. You know, we're just giving each other compliments, getting to know each other, asking each other like, you know, what's your position in the bedroom? What do you like to do? What are some of the things that you're interested in doing? And like, are you looking for a relationship? Whatever the case may be. Just simple, boring, pointless conversation, right? Because I mean, honestly, when you're on apps like that, 9 times out of 10, everybody's looking for a quick fix. Okay, if you don't know what a quick fix means, baby, you're too young. Ended up talking about how we wanted to do a link up, right? And I expressed to him how, you know, well, I wouldn't mind doing a link up, but dealing with that and the job that I'm working, for some odd reason, these grown ass adults who knew what time they needed to be here, they asses was always late. Like I mentioned before in another story time. So guess who the hell had to stay behind and pick up the fucking pieces? Not a manager, me. So I used to be so tired and so out of like just energy. My associate, not associate, what it's called, my people meter was all the way low. So mind you, I would come in at 2 p.m. and I would get off at 10 o'clock. So then that means I have to work from 10 o'clock, 10:30 up until 6 o'clock in the morning, and then have to come in the very same day at 2 o'clock p.m. again. So that was that issue that I was dealing with working there. So I told him, if you are fine with that, we can continue to hang out, we can kick it, we can link up, we can chill, whatever it is. But if that's something that you're into, then we don't have to speak to each other. Like, it's fine, it's cool. So he was like, oh no, I can work with it, everything's fine, I can work with it, everything's cool. I'm just like, okay, well then great, we cooking with grease, cool. He ended up asking me on a day that I had to work a double because some dusty bitch didn't come the fuck in. Friend, I can't link up with you today because, you know, I have to work a double because the person that's supposed to come in for night shift did not come in. So he was a little bummed out about it. He was a little upset about it, but he was like, you know what, I understand, you know, because I used to do security, blah, 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 right? Okay, cool, fine. Now, fast forward, right? He had these very, like, strange moments of having like these badass mood swings. I didn't know what the hell was wrong with him. I don't know why the hell he kept doing that shit, but it was a time where I was like, boy, stop playing. And then he got so fucking mad at me, y'all. Like, that man went in on me. He said, first of all, I'm not a boy, I'm a man. I'm like, child, chill. I know that you're a man, but I'm saying, like, boy, stop playing. Like, you're like, oh, girl, stop playing. Girl, you so funny. Boy, you don't gone somewhere. Like, I'm saying it as, like, a term of endearment, like I'm playing with you. I'm not saying that trying to emasculate you. I'm not trying to dehumanize you, or what's it called? What's the word? It starts with an O, girl. Why are you tripping about it? So he was just very much so, like, not having it. He was going off on me, just doing the fucking most. I'm just like, you know what, bitch? I don't have time for this. Around this time, y'all, I was 19 years old at that time. So I really was not having it. Bitch, I had just got out of high school because of COVID-19. Girl, I did not have a prom or graduation. Everybody that was in my class damn near died. Damn near, girl. So I really didn't have a good ass summer. Everything was just fucked up. So I wasn't in the mood to deal with you and your fucked up ass attitude. But you know what, boo? It's fine. I'm good. You have a good day. And I blocked him. A couple months passed. When I first met him, it was cold outside. You had no idea what the hell was going on with the ozone layer during 2020. But it was so unbearably hot outside. Y'all, when I tell you it was unbearably hot, it was like you could have cracked a damn egg and cooked it on the sidewalk, bitch. That's how fucking hot it was outside. He ended up texting me one of these days in June, and he was like, hey, you know, I would like to see you. I'm like, are you sure you want to see me? Because last time you told me how I was a man in a wig, and you was going to do X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3 when you saw me, and you was going to blah, 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 and you mad, you want to fight, you going to pull up on me. But I'm like, bitch, how you going to pull up on a bitch? You don't even know what the fuck I say. Like, that's crazy to me. Hoes always trying to pull up on a bitch, but don't have no up to pull to. So I don't understand. Now, girl, I was like, you know what? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, which I always was doing because I was a young bitch. I was always giving people chances. I do not do that shit no more. So I said, you know what? Fine. You want to come see me? You can come see me. It's cool. You know, my mama, she ended up leaving, going to go run some errands real quick. So she wasn't going to be back for a little minute because my mama, she be taking all day running errands, girl. So I knew she wasn't going to be back at the house. And then she also had told me before she left she's going to have some guys coming over here to fix all the pipes. That's irrelevant, but I'm just saying that just to, like, add some filler in, okay? Does that make sense? Hopefully. I don't know. He said it's going to take him 40 to 45 minutes to come up over here. I was like, damn, that's a long-ass drive, but okay, cool, I can wait on you. You know, like Tim said. Granted, he was crazy, but he was sexy. So I'm like, you know what? That crazy shit can only take you so far with me, honey, because I'll show you what crazy is. Bitch, you must not know. So, girl, you know, I'm in the house. I'm getting cute. You know, I done took me a cute little shower. I done shaved my little punani, yani, girl. I done shaved my little booty, ooty, honey. I got myself smelling fresh, girl. I got my little vanilla bean lotion on from Bath and Body Works, girl. I done sprayed my little strawberry pound cake perfume. Like, girl, I'm literally just living for the moment, honey. And I know this was in 2020 and it was in June, was because I had this highlighted sew-in, partial sew-in, kind of like what I got now. This is a quick weave, but it was like a partial sew-in, and it was these like black and blonde highlights in it, girl. It was my very first time ever doing a sewing with leave out. Cute, whatever the case may be. I'm waiting on him. And around this time, you guys, like I mentioned before in other story times, I was not having physical sex. Like, I was giving people like fellatios and shit, but I was not having physical sex. So there's no reason why, you know, I'm douching or anything like that, because I'm not letting nobody up in me. And at this time also, I was not letting anybody come into the house. That's funny that I'm using that as a, but whatever. I was not letting any man come into the house, like, at all, not even a little bit, because see, I don't trust people. I don't trust people. Folks be stealing. Folks just be on one. But I see, I sent you my address, but then again, you know, I sent you the neighbor's address, not mine. But then you'd see me when I come out the house, girl. See how, like, that's stupid, but whatever. So, girl, you know, I'm waiting my little cute 45 minutes. And, of course, like, at this time, y'all, I'm thinking in my head, you're willing to drive 45 minutes to get some head? And then you're going to drive 45 minutes back home? Oh, there is no way on God's green earth that I would ever. Men can be so desperate sometimes. After a while, I get a text, hey, I'm outside. I'm like, okay, cute, cool, period. So, you know, I walk on outside. I'm looking, trying to figure where the hell this car is, girl. So I happen to look to again. Y'all already know what I'm finna say. My adjacent left. And, girl, I see this man's car. Now, I'm not dragging nobody about that car, but keep this in mind. So he pulled up, and he had this red rusted pickup truck. They had like the old orange, reddish, like the red paint's turning orange because it's rusted. Then he had like these little tools in the back. So I'm thinking in my head, Lord God, please don't let this man be a catfish. Because around this time, I had just got catfish for the first time. It was my very first time getting catfish. So I was very much so scared that this man was not going to be who he was in a picture. And y'all, that was going to break my damn heart. I promise you it was. So I'm sitting there, girl. It's like my heart is racing, girl. I see the door open up, girl. I'm clutching my pearls and gathering myself. And then I see that leg step out. I see the other leg step out. I see him stand up, girl. He rolls like a motherfucking Jolly Green Giant. That man was tall, girl. I mean, he was so tall. But, girl, he was the man in the picture. I was like, oh, my gosh, it's actually him, girl. It's actually him. So, girl, you know, I'm hyped now, girl. My hormones start acting a fool. He's walking up to me, girl. And that man was so beautiful. Like, if he was not crazy, y'all, that man could have been a Calvin Klein model. Like, he literally could have been like on somebody's TV show, America's Next Top Model. He could have been on like something, because that man was looking like a Greek god. He was so beautiful. I'm like, hey, how are you doing? I'm glad to finally meet you. He was like, well, I'm happy to finally meet you too. He's like, I can't get a hug. I'm like, sure you can get a hug. Girl, I gave him this hug, honey. He had on this white t-shirt, but you know, the white t-shirts that be fitted. He had on like a little gold Jesus piece. He had on these checkative pajama pants. Well, checkative, kind of like the pattern, like the gas station drawers. Girl, I don't know what that pattern is called. I don't want to call it checkative. I don't want to call it patchwork. And I don't want to call it tweed. It's called something, but that's what he had on. I was like, oh, girl, he looking real good, girl. You know, his dick print was sticking out the pants, girl. So I kind of already knew what time it was, honey. And he smelled so good, y'all. Like, that man smelled amazing. He smelled so good. His fingernails are manicured, girl. He just looked really good. So he's like, well, where are we gonna go? I said, well, you know, we can go into my backyard, into the garage, because my mom is just gonna have some guys come up here to fix on the pipes, and I don't know when they're gonna get here, and I don't want them to be in the house while you're in the house, or I don't want them to pull back up. And then, what, them? Who is them? Well, my mom and my sister, I guess they were somewhere. Girl, whoever it was, my mama, whoever was with her, I didn't want them to pull back up and see you in the house, because I wasn't supposed to have nobody in the house. So, baby, we not gonna get in trouble together. It's either you or me, and it ain't gonna be you. So, we gonna go back here in the backyard, and we gonna have a good ass time in this garage. So, girl, he was like, okay, cool, I'm fine with that. Happily, by the way. Happily excited to be going back here to the backyard into this raccoon, rat piss smelling, dirty ass, abandoned, fucking wood chips, termite infested garage, right? On this dirty ass exercise mat that I did not want, that I put on the floor, and it was these two couch pillows that had got rain on that were molded. Absolutely had no problem. You know, we walk on up in there and stuff like that. You know, he kind of looking a little, you know, put off a little bit, because, I mean, it is a garage. It is real old. It's a little run down. It's a little dirty. But, I mean, do you want to go into my house and risk getting caught up? Or, like, what you want to do? So, girl, he walks on in there, girl. And, I mean, this man happily lays his ass down on that dirty ass mat, on that fucking nasty ass fucking pissed on pillow. And he pulled his trousers down, girl, and his dick slapped him in his fucking trachea. So I'm like, oh shit, this is for me? He's like, yeah, baby, that's for you. So, girl, I go ahead and I handle my business, girl. You already know what I was doing. I was working him out. I was doing the damn thing right. So, you know, I mean, he's standing up on his knees, girl. He's fucking my throat, girl. Spit's going all down my neck, girl. It's all up in my shirt. Like, girl, I'm just having the time of my life. He's gripping my sew-in. I'm saying ouch, because, I mean, my shit was still tight, girl. She was not old. We have our time. You know, this, you know, kablooey, bitch. You know, he's gonna blue it all up on my face and my mouth, whatever the case may be, right? Satisfied customer. No complaints. Everything is fine. So, you know, he's walking on down. And, of course, you know, as soon as we get done, the people pull up, this fix on the pipes, whatever, girl, fix the pipes. So, now, this is going to fast forward, I want to say a year. If not a year, give or take like 6.5 months. Spin me up from a different profile, because at this time, y'all already know, me and Plenty of Fish, we were like duking them up, girl. Like, We were out there in the streets squaring up every single day. And every time I was losing, y'all, like, I mean, Plenty of Fish snatching by my tracks, girl. I had my weave all out in the ground, girl. Like, I mean, I had a black eye, girl, a busted nose, girl. They was dragging my ass every single time because I kid you not, I had created me 3 whole new emails and 5 whole new accounts on Plenty of Fish. Like, at this point, bitch, I'm being desperate. Girl, because like what JT say, I got niggas overseas going crazy about me. Jamaican, Cuban, French, Japanese. This time, y'all, I started working at Clarion Security. I was no longer with Allied Universal because I ended up quitting for the second time. When I was at Clarion Security, y'all, I was working at Horizon Tire, y'all. I had the best shifts in the world. And mind you, during this time, I had to change up my link up schedules. So it would be, I can link up with you from the time of 3 up until 7. Anytime after 7, I cannot see you because I still have to take a nap. I work overnight. I still have to get my hair together and I still have to do my makeup so I can be cute and go to work. Like, I'm not going to be linking up with you, risking my damn job because you want to take off fucking late to respond. Keep this in mind. So, you know, he ended up texting me one of these days and he was like, hey, you know, can we link up? I was like, sure, we can link up. What time are you going to be ready? He was like, we can link up around like 5 or 6. I said, well, no, I can't do 5 or 6. Let's do 3 because my mama, she leaves to go to work at 3 and she gets off at 11:30. Plus, I'm going to be going to work at 10 anyway. So, well, I really left the house at like 9:30 to get to work. So, well, really, girl, sometimes I leave at like 9:45. But then I just Uber, girl. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. So, he was like, okay, cool, I can work with that. So, after he texted me, he wanted to link up, and I told him what time we can link up, which was around 3:30, 4 o'clock. He said, okay, cool. So, I'm under the impression that, okay, you know, do you have anything else to do? Like, clearly you're free. You're not busy. You have time on your hands. So, all I'm doing is waiting on you to link up with me. So, I want to say time went on. It's around, like, give or take 3:35. So, I texted him. I was like, hey, you know, are you still trying to link? No response. So, I was like, okay. So, then give or take around, like, 4:45. I'm like, hey, you know, are you still trying to link? No response. Do y'all know this man did not get back to my text messages until 8:30. So, I done went to sleep, woke up. At this time, y'all, I had this burgundy, like, sew-in in my head. Closure sew-in. The hair is from Sakula Hair, too, girl. Really good weave. Really, really, really good weave, girl. And, like, I'm a, girl, whatever. This is not sponsored. So, you know, I had tied my hair up in a cute little bun. You know, I had my little outfit on, girl. I had just arched my eyebrows because my eyebrows were going a little out of control, girl. So I was feeling real cute, feeling real snazzy. So I happened to check my notifications and see that he texted me. So he was like, hey, I'm trying to come see you. I'm like, friend, you can't come see me now because I have to get ready for work. Like, when I texted you earlier, did you want to link? You told me it was fine for us to link up at 3. I even texted you an additional time at 4:45 asking you again, did you want to link? And you did not respond to my text. He was like, well, you know, you can't be late for work. And I really hate when men say shit like that. What the fuck makes you think I'm a do anything type of bitch? What makes you think I'm a dumb for dick type of bitch? What makes you think, well, my story times, but what makes you think, what makes you think that I'm going to risk my job over a 45-minute drive here for a 15-minute session for me to send you back home? What makes you think that? So I was like, no, I cannot link with you. I cannot miss work because I got shit I'm trying to do. I got a car I'm trying to get. Blah, 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 right? You know, because I had a car that I was trying to get. This is before my dad gave me the truck. He was not feeling that at all. He was like, oh, well, I was texting you earlier. You didn't respond to none of my texts. You always do this shit. Just going off on me about absolutely fucking nothing. I'm like, listen, friend, you can say all this shit for a bitch who give a fuck. I don't care. I already told you what the hell I'm not going to do and what I am going to do. What I am going to do is stop talking to you. What I am going to do is go to work. What I'm not going to do is go back and forth with you about some shit that does not matter to me. I don't give a fuck. You're a quick nutter anyway. I don't care. So then he's like, bitch this, bitch that, bitch this, bitch that. I'm like, friend, you can say that shit. Matter of factly, I don't want to give you head no more. You have a good day. Girl, that sets that man off so bad. I mean, I was called all types of, girl, I can't even say it on here. I was called so many things. So many things, y'all. So many things that I don't even want to repeat. He's talking about some, oh, I swear to God, I'm going to come over there and I'm going to beat your ass. I'm like, babes, you're going to fight me because I told you I had to go to work and I don't want to give you head no more, bitch. Are you that desperate? He was like, bitch, I ain't never desperate. Never desperate. Apparently you are, because if you wasn't cold, you wouldn't be in your fucking feelings about this. I just told you I don't want to give you head no more. I mean, it is what it is. I got to go to work. There's other bitches that I know you're talking to. Text them. Shit, like, I'm not the only person up on here. So he's just going off, right? So then this man's talking about some, I'm already reaching the exit to Memphis right now. I'm like, okay. So I said, well, my Uber's on the way here, so I don't know what to tell you. You pull it to my house if you want to. He's like, no, I'm going to pull up to your house, all right, and I'm going to air that shit out. Now, at this time, y'all, my dad was very much so healthy and alive. I don't know what the fuck you thought you was about to do if you pulled up over here. But I promise you this, you really, really, really don't know who you fucking with, friend. You need to calm down. You need to calm down. So when he said that, I said, oh, really? He was like, yeah. I said, okay, well, then this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to work. I'm going to let my dad know and my people know what you're trying to do. And then we'll just handle that from there. So then after I said that, he was like, oh, well, I'm just saying. Girl, I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about, girl. Because see, what you didn't know was my dad was living here at the time, right? And what you also did not know is that it's more than one person here. Bitch, I don't live by myself, though. So then this man was talking about how, oh, I don't want to come into that raggedy ass, dirty ass house anyway. I'm like, bitch, how the fuck you know my house is dirty? When your ass was in a dirty ass front of the garage, you wasn't talking shit then. You wasn't talking shit then, but now you got so much you want to say. That's funny. He's like, bitch, I don't want to be in that fucking house no way. Well, I mean, girl, you wasn't in the house. So what do you mean you don't want to be in here? Bitch, you want to be in fucking place. So I said, oh, you don't even have a fucking car. I said, bitch, you put him over here with this raggedy ass, beat up ass, fucking run down ass fucking truck. Bitch, you over here acting like you put up in a Mercedes Benz, bitch. Like, get the fuck up out of here. That old ass 1986 ancient ass F-150, bitch. Girl, get the hell up out of here. So then he's like, you didn't even know what car I was driving. Bitch, I told you what car you was driving. What do you mean I don't know what car you was driving? So, girl, he's just trying to go out. He's talking all this shit, popping off at them now. He's going to pull up in the morning. He's going to pull up. I'm just like, girl, you're talking too much for my liking, girl. Goodbye. I went to work, had a grand ass time. I felt cute, girl. Everything was good. Had a great shift. Slept on the job. I just had a good time. Everything was fun. So, my mama, she comes to pick me up and whatnot. Girl, on the Sashay to her car because, I'm ready to get off and I'm tired of being in that hot ass car. So, girl, like, I get in the car, girl, we talking. I'm telling her about the situation that happened, right? So, we pulling up to the house, and it's this white SUV sitting out in front of the house. So, I'm like, oh, bitch. So you got balls, bitch. You got big ass balls, bitch. Come on with it. Girl, I walked into that house and I changed into some cute little gym shorts and a t-shirt. I put on my gym shoes. And my hair was already in the bun, girl. So I'm just waiting. I'm staring outside the window looking at the car. Is a bitch gonna get out the car or what? Who gonna get out the car? Because you said when you saw me, you was gonna do what you was gonna do. So if you was gonna do what you was gonna do, I mean, if you shooting a bitch, I hope your ass got a good ass aim. Because if a bullet miss me, bitch, oh, it's gonna be your ass. And I sit on the porch. I'm sitting on the porch, my arms folded. Girl, I'm outside by myself, honey. What are you trying to do? Because I'm on the porch now, girl. My defense is all over. I'm just looking, girl. I ain't got no weapons on me. There's no weapon formed against me. Honey, I'm sitting there. I'm just looking. Ain't nobody getting about the car. So, I don't know if that was him. Because it could not have been him. But the fact that car sat in front of the house for a whole 10 to 15 minutes and nobody got out that car. I can clearly see somebody moving in the car, but the 10 ain't that damn dark. But nobody got out the car. Nobody got out the car. Not a damn soul got out that car. So I'm just like, okay, girl, whatever. This bitch clearly not all shit. So I just told my mom, I'm like, look, mama, somebody sitting outside, I don't know who it is, and maybe that boy, I don't know what it is. So she said, if you walk up here on this porch, I'm gonna blast his ass back to his car. I said, okay, cute. Girl, I went in my room to my little multivitamin study, and I took my ass to sleep. Updates and an update. So he ended up texting me on Plenty of Fish last year, actually. And he was like, he wanted to see me. For the longest time, for 6 whole months, y'all, I was not looking to link up with him. I did not want to talk to him. I did not want to be around him. I did not want him in my presence. I did not want him knowing where I live. Well, he knew where I live, but I didn't want him over here because you are crazy. You threatened my life. You threatened to harm my family all over a 15-minute fellatio. He was very apologetic about it. He said, "Look, I'm sorry about that. You know, I wasn't trying to like make you feel uncomfortable or like threaten you like that." I said, "But you did." He was like, "But I wasn't trying to. It was just I was going through so much at that time." And I really hate when bitches use excuses like, "Oh, they were seeing red, or they were seeing black, or they blacked out, or they were going through this." Nobody else should ever be the reason why the fuck you going off on them. You should your personal situations, your personal fucking life is your personal fucking business. A bitch that got nothing to do with that should not have to reap the repercussions of what the hell you going through because your ass is weak and you can't fucking tell your own goddamn problems. Should nobody else be the butt of your fucking joke? I felt as though he was being very genuine. If I felt as though he was being disingenuous, I would have never, ever spoken to him again. I still did not let him see me for an additional 6 months now. And baby, he be my back here. He got some good dick. He really redeemed himself. He redeemed himself. But I will never, ever link up with that man again. I'm so sorry. Like, if you're watching this, Malachi, I will never see you again. He be texting me every now and again, asking to come see me, and I never let him come see me. Never let him come see me. Because that one time it was a closure moment. I mean, I wanted to see what it felt like. It felt great. Had a good time. You know, we talked about it, discussed it like adults should. I actually see that you have changed. We can go on and close this chapter out. I don't want to see you no more. If you guys like this story time, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. And if you love my gorgeous face, then make sure you share this with your friends, your dog, your cat, girl, anything in your house, the inanimate objects, girl, the spirits, honey, because the spirits be working, girl. You know, share it with me if you want to share it with me, and I promise you guys I'll be back with yet another story. Bye, bad bitches.